As we keep getting more and more snow every winter here in the Midwest, as you can see by all the snow behind me, I am getting to the point where I'm just tired of manually shoveling all the snow. And without having room to really store a snowblower, I decided to pick up this Senix 12 amp 13-inch electric snow shovel to help me out with removing the snow. Some quick specs on this electric snow shovel. It is a STE12-LE model. It has a 13-inch clearing width. It has an 8-inch clearing depth, so it should be able to clean 8 inches of snow. And it supposedly throws the snow up to 26 feet. So we will definitely see if it can do that. And clearing this, because we did get about 8 inches of snow. Be able to do both of these during our test. If we flip the box around, it has an ergonomic handle. It is a lightweight design. Snow clearing rate of 480 pounds per minute. Impressive. And of course, the 13-inch snow clearing width. And it comes with a 3-year warranty. I will probably have to register this on the Senix website. For transparency, this video is not sponsored by Senix. I bought this electric snow shovel with my own money. So let's get this bad boy unboxed, assembled, and do a quick test to see how well it performs. So it comes very well packed in. Of course, it comes disassembled. Let's take all the pieces out. Let's see what we got. It's got the manual. Bag with sticker and some wing nuts. Part of the handle. And the snow shovel itself. So you find the groove and insert it in. Actually, how about we read the instructions first? I was definitely not putting it together correctly. So after reading the instructions, you need to take this hole in the handle and match it up with this one here so that you can feed the wing nut through there. I have a feeling this cardboard piece has to come out. It doesn't say in the instructions, but this is kind of like in the way, so. All right, yeah, so take it out. And you just unscrew the wing nut. This washer goes on the side of the wing nut itself. So like I said, you line up these holes down with the main part as well. And if you notice, this is a square here which matches the square of the screw head. So feed it in through like that. Make sure you avoid the wire. See how it sits nice and flush. Now we can put the wing nut on with the washer. And it actually sits nice inside this hole right here. So we tighten the wing nut and repeat the process for the top part. Remove the packaging, It'll not give you much room to wiggle around that wire. That's why they say to start with the top first. Whoops, connect the upper shaft first. Oops. Make sure you follow every step of the instructions and not skip around. That was much easier. Same deal, line it up with the holes and feed the screw through. Lining it up with the square head of the screw. And we just tighten it. Alright, now let's go back down to the bottom part. Much easier. Same deal, line up the square head of the screw with the square on the shaft. Use your washer and tighten the wing nut. That was not supposed to happen. So now we get to put this ergonomic handle on this top part right here. You gotta remove this wing nut and the screw like that, and we put this on top like maybe. Oh, and this is called the auxiliary handle, by the way. Oh, what on earth? Oh, wow. It's very tight. And then it's very convenient on the side where the bolt goes, it's got this nice little hex head so that when you feed your screw through, it acts as your wrench so that it tightens. It doesn't just spin on you. So we put the wing nut back on, tighten it like so. Excellent. All right, ready to do some shoveling. It does not come with any wheels, so it's going to be, everything's going to be running on this part right here. So every time I shovel, I'm just going to be like scratching this part, and then it's just going to like grab the snow and then just blow it out. It also does not look like I have the ability to point the blower in any direction, so it's just going to go straight out into the front. So it does have this hook right here that you use to wrap your extension cord around, and then you feed it to this hole right here to plug it in to your plug. So you want to kind of bend your extension cord like that, feed it in through here. Just see it come out on this end, like that. And then you hook it onto the plastic hook, like that. And then you can do kind of like a figure eight if you want, to plug the two ends in. That'll just prevent it from coming undone when you're shoveling the snow. See if there's any tips on how to use it to shovel snow. A lot of maintenance tips and things that you can replace on it, like the auger itself, the belt, the wheel, and the rubber brake pad. Yeah, lots of replacement parts. The only bad thing is it does not give you the part number for each part that they're telling you that you can replace, and hopefully their website is easy that you can just go there, put your model number in, and find the part that you need. All right, there's no tips on how to remove the snow, so let's just go plug it in and try and move some snow out there. get this thing on go. I mean, just check out this beautiful line it creates for you. All right, I must say, I am very impressed with this electric snow shovel. I was a little bit skeptical as well, as my wife and older were, but after seeing this thing perform, yeah, I'm impressed. If you are in the market for a electric snow shovel, I will leave a link in the description below to this unit, and I believe they also have a battery operated unit as well. And if you use the link, it'll give me a small kickback to help keep the channel going at no cost to you. So let's keep on shoveling the easy way. And you can do it one-handed. So if you do get yourself in a situation where it doesn't want to advance, I find it that if you kind of like tilt it a little bit, it kind of like goes over the hump that it was stuck in. I'd say that's about 26 feet of how far the snow gets pushed out. Well, the box was on point. Or I should say the specs were on point. Yeah, for a job that would probably take me about an hour or two with this amount of snow using just a regular shovel, this is definitely a time saver. And it'll save your back too. Yep, that was a rock I ran over. Luckily, the unit was okay. Yeah, I definitely see this piece right here definitely needing to be replaced on a regular basis because it's already getting chipped up, especially when you hit rocks. Like, as you can see right there, it's all chipped up. So definitely see that being one of the main pieces that gets replaced pretty often. Here is the area that has about 8 inches of snow. So let's put this thing to the test. See how well it does. Now, to be fair, it is pretty compacted because the salt truck had passed by and it threw a bunch of that slush. So it's pretty compacted, but it still managed to get that pretty good. Even though it was compacted from the trash can that we move into the street when we have trash night. So it'll definitely move snow for sure. Well, as you can see, I cleared it all out. Very, very impressed with this electric snow shovel. Do I recommend this electric snow shovel? Absolutely. If you are looking for a lightweight yet powerful electric snow shovel that folds relatively flat for easy storage, then this is the shovel you need. Drop me a comment if you have any questions. And I will see you all in the next one.